I want to go over some steps for translating Latin. I think at this point it'd be very helpful to some of you. Some of you have found this already useful. Step number 1. Read your sentence out loud in Latin, beginning to end. Do this for each and every sentence. It may seem silly, you may not know what you're getting from it, but as much as I can insist on it, read it out loud in Latin. The next step is to find the verb, because that's what controls the action in a sentence. Often, the verb is going to be at the end. Regularly, it's going to be at the end. So, find the verb. Now, once you've got the verb, use that verb to find the subject. In other words, let's say the verb is see. So you're going to ask, who sees? That's how you're going to get the subject. Now, oftentimes, the subject may be contained in the verb, like video, for example. It's in the verb video. And there may or may not be a separate word for the specific subject. If the subject is there, if there is a separate word, it's going to be at the nominative case. In the nominative case, and it's often going to be at the very beginning of the sentence. Now you put the subject and the verb together to find the direct object. This is going to be in the accusative case. So these steps will give you the core of your sentence. Number 1, read it out loud in Latin. Number 2, find the verb, usually at the end. Number 3, use the verb to find the subject. If the subject is expressed, named, if the subject is a noun, it will often be at the beginning of the sentence. And put the subject and verb together to find the direct object. Let's look at an example. Fortuna viros magnos amat. That's our sentence. Read it in Latin. Fortuna viros magnos amat. Number 2, find the verb. It's often at the end, and sure enough, amat is there at the end. 3, find the subject. Often at the beginning. Yes, Fortuna amat. Perfect. And 4, find the direct object. It's going to be in the accusative case, and right there in the middle of the sentence we have viros, which is indeed the accusative case, the accusative plural. One little trick, one little cheat is oftentimes first last. The subject is often going to be first, the verb is going to be last. For example, look at Fortuna viros magnos amat. First last. Fortuna amat. Fortune loves. That right there is the core of the sentence. That is your subject verb. So, follow those steps. Get the main part of the sentence. Don't stray from that main part of the sentence. When I say main part, I mean the core. I mean subject, verb, and if it's there, the object. And that will save you some time in your translation. Let me know if you have questions.